Welcome in, guys. I know this is super late, and I was gonna do this a couple of days ago, but let's talk about it. The Lions versus the Eagles. The game recap. I know you've already seen the game by now, but gonna go in going into this game again. I was stupid enough to actually say the Lions were gonna win this game, but ultimately we're not even in the NFC seed playoffs anymore, thanks to our offensive play calling and Dan Campbell and our offensive. Our offense was a fucking dumpster fire on Sunday. Sunday night prime time we were on, and yeah, you look at the NFC North, and you got Bears football, who's top of the NFC North. Then you got the Packers, and we're third in the NFC North. Again, it's just you look at the Vikings; they're just not good either. But yeah, Eagles didn't have to, again. And then for the Eagles side of things, they didn't have to be really that good offensively. It's just uh, didn't have to be really good that offensively. It's just really our offense was a dumpster fire. It's stinking. It's been like that really since the preseason games. Really since the preseason games when John Morton as an offensive coordinator, and then you're giving Dan Campbell. He's doing the last two games. He's done the last two play calls, and yeah, he was okay with the Commanders. You kind of got away with the Commanders because the Commanders are not very good, especially in the secondary. But you look at this Eagles team. This is why they are the Super Bowl champs. This is why they are winning games. Not pretty, not sexy, but they're getting the job done. And like I've been saying, it is kind of a transitional year for us. But yeah, going into this game, what you had, we've been really good defensively. The secondary was fantastic in this game. We only gave up 16 points, but we were fantastic. And defensively, we were fantastically well drilled defensively in this game. Um, you know, Shapley, Calvin Shapley done fantastically well with his defensive unit. But again, it's the offense side about the trenches that we should have addressed. The trenches we needed to absolutely address the trenches. Offensive line has to be addressed. It wasn't addressed. I don't think really in the draft. We didn't address it in the trade deadline a few weeks ago. And this is what's going to happen here. You look at we spent most of the first half trying to run with the ball, which again we've done fantastically well with that last couple of years. But why not go against the Eagles in the air? I tried to take them in the air, and then it took us late in the first half to go in the air and actually get to James Williams to get us actually back in the game after obviously the Eagles had two conversions. Again, what it is like here though, from the Eagles' point of things, that Jaden Phillips and Phillips and Carter from the Eagles on that secondary, they were heavily double teaming Jahmyr Gibbs. You could definitely see that the Eagles had a game plan here to stop Jahmyr Gibbs, and they did fantastic well. Phillips and Carter, I think, you know, definitely going at Jahmyr Gibbs and Dave Montgomery on that running game, and then the ref gives Routledge like a penalty. We got Routledge on the offensive line giving away a penalty for some dumb reason. I thought Robertson on our secondary was fantastic as well in this game. I thought he really did do well as a corner. He was playing. Robertson was playing more of a corner slot in that defense on Sunday, but he did really well to try to contain that offensive line of the Eagles, and he did really well. You're looking at what really won the game for the Eagles was the tush push here, which again the ref thought it was Saquon Barkley, but he wasn't over the line, so they did the tush push again, and Jalen Hurts got the touchdown to make it 6-16. It was 6-16, and then we get another conversion to make it 9-16, and that was really the end of the game. But yeah, summary of the game really is that it was same for when we faced the Packers early on in the year. That offensive line is not good. It's you know, you can put some butter through there and it's easily gettable. It was like that with the Commanders last year and the Bills. And this is the thing again. You know, you got Brad Holmes coming out of this draft, very underwhelming. Very should have done more in the draft and in the trade deadline. And yeah, Routledge is good. He could come good. You know, you got Penny Sewell, who's good and he's been in the team for a couple of years. But we need more additions to this offensive line. Jared Goff again was fucking absolutely non-existent. Apart from like the Jameis Williamson pass. You know, Jared Goff looked like a deer in headlights. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing with some of the play calls. He was tonight. Well, Sunday night. I'm doing this like really late, but you know, you're looking at, you know, Sam Laporta wasn't healthy enough for this game. And you know, we definitely did miss Sam Laporta again in this game. The Eagles defense dominated our pass protection as well. That was one thing that they was, you know, the Eagles were fantastic at gaining our pass rush. You know, that is one thing we have to work on is our pass protection. Pass protection has to be addressed. And you know, the offensive line, we gotta go more again in the air as well. Again, that's with the pass protection here, but yeah, Eagles were dominating, and they were pretty good. They were really good on the defense. We were good on the defense as well. Apart from obviously the offense fucked us over, and that's why we haven't won the game on Sunday. You know, and that's why we're not going to be appearing at the Super Bowl this year, because our window was realistically last year. Our championship winning window was, let's looking back at it now, it really was last year. You know, if we had this defensive unit last year with that offensive unit, we could have definitely appeared in the Super Bowl last year with the Eagles, or well, with the Chiefs last year. But obviously, you know, Ben Johnson goes, Aaron Glenn goes, and we're in a transition. You know, we're 6-4 now. Maybe we'll get in through the wild card, but it's gonna be a very tough ask to do. But yeah, it's just you got the Bears who are at the top of the fucking NFC North. It's just a disaster. But we better beat the Giants on Sunday, guys. I'm just saying right now, we better beat the fucking Giants on Sunday, and I will be back to do my Giant preview probably tomorrow now. But yeah, leave you guys' thoughts on this game in the comments. I know, I'm sorry guys again. I didn't get to record this like a couple of days ago, but I wanted to get it up there and get it out there, and yeah, leave you guys' thoughts in the comments. Bye guys.